The hardest part is the feet. If you have some shoes to put on, it makes it tremendously easier. All right, so I wanted to take the time on this video to explain why someone would willingly do this every day. So I'll start from the start. When I was about 21 years old, I had something happen to me in my life that made me realize how short life is. That got me onto the self-development, the self-improvement road. And I started listening to a guy named Jim Rohn. And if you haven't listened to Jim Rohn before, highly suggest you do. He's amazing. He changed my life the way I think. Jim Rohn, check him out. So back then, I started looking for ways to improve my life, my mindset, my health, my wealth, my relationships. That's what Jim Rohn talks about. And I wanted to make my life as challenging as possible. So I was basically training my brain to withstand hardships when they came at me. So every day I intermittent fast, which can be challenging. I train hard as hell in the gym, and I do crazy things like polar dips or cold showers in the summertime. And the reason I do this is because if you willingly make your life as hard as possible and you're okay with it and you do it on the daily, when shit comes your way, which it always does, you have health scares, you lose money, your relationships don't work out. And when you willingly test yourself every day, you're able to cope with those hardships so much more. I started doing cold showers. I can't remember how I got into them. Maybe it was Wim Hof, but I've been doing those for over a decade. Fell in love with them. And I did some polar dips. My very first one was probably like 10 years ago. I just did one, didn't think too much of it. I did maybe a couple more throughout the next 5 years. But about 4 years ago, I did them, several times throughout the winter. I really liked it. Last winter, I decided I'm gonna do 100 consecutive polar dips. So every single day I came to this exact location, chipped away at the hole, which is probably harder than the ice dip itself. And I sat in here. I started just in and out. That's all I could do, like seconds. And then I built myself up to a minute. And then somebody commented on one of my videos saying that for basic training or something, you have to do a minute in like 20 seconds. The next day I did that. And the next day I did 2 minutes, and then 3, and then 5, and then 8, and then 10. And my best polar dip, or my longest one last year, was 12 minutes, just like this, which was hard, but your body eventually goes numb. The hardest part was when you get out and that cold blood circulates through your body. That was friggin' brutal. So 12 minutes is my max. So far this year, my max is maybe a couple minutes. I don't know why, but I've been finding it harder to do this year. This will undoubtedly be my max because I'm sure I'm already past 2 or 3 minutes, and the longest one I've done so far is about a minute and 50 seconds. So self-improvement. Why polar dips? Well, obviously, it takes a lot of discipline to get off the couch from Netflix when you're warming your house and go chip away for 20, 30 minutes on an ice hole and jump in every day. That discipline is way harder than working out. It's the hardest thing I've ever done in my life, but it's taught me more than anything else. I can post a list in the comments of all the benefits of it, but there's so many benefits. So like I was talking about, when you have discipline in your life and you willingly do hard things like hard workouts and polar dips or cold showers, it improves your life drastically. Everything in life becomes easy. If you wake up and you crush a workout, I do CrossFit, and you do this, the rest of your day is so easy. Nothing comes close to as hard as the stuff that you willingly do. So it makes your life easy, believe it or not. And the more discipline you have, the greater your life is. When you say no to the Cheetos, no to the bad relationship, no to or yes to doing something like building a business, your life becomes tremendously easier. And all you need to do is think to yourself, what can I be doing? Be conscious of it to make my life better. One of my favorite quotes from Jim Rohn is, you either suffer the pain of discipline, which is weighed in ounces, or you suffer the pain of regret, which is weighed in tons. An example is, oh, I don't want to go to the gym because it's so hard. I'm too lazy to do it, okay? But if you go, it's hard, of course. Working out's hard. There's no question about it. But there's just that much pain you have to suffer. If you get to 40, 50, and now you have health problems, you can't see your family, you lose your job, think of that regret. It's weighed in tons. You never want to suffer that pain of regret. That's all I'm going to do for today because I want to be able to beat my time the next day, but I'm sure I'm at about 5 minutes. So thank you for listening to me. If you have any questions, post them in the comments. Make sure you subscribe. I'll try to make more videos like this regularly to try to inspire you guys to enjoy discipline and get better at anything you want to in life. Woo! That's cold. Woo! Let's go.